The neon-lit studio of the top trending live stream program partner loyalty test blazed with glaring cold white lights. The entire live broadcast room, carrying over 3 million real-time online viewers, was immersed in a boiling atmosphere of gossip, mockery, and righteous indignation. The program's core gimmick was simple and sensational. Ordinary netizens submitted real relationship dispute videos, and the live stream host exposed the truth on the spot, tearing apart hypocritical partners, defending the wronged party, and feeding the audience's endless appetite for emotional meltdowns and public face-slapping. I am Alara Voss, the female lead of this story, a top-tier ranked player in the national server of the popular competitive MOBA game Apex realm, a hidden professional high-rank coach with full regional Hall of Fame badges, and the ultimate winner of this public opinion and IQ crushing battle. For a long time, I have kept a low profile in the gaming circle, never showing off my full rank strength, never exposing my stack of regional champion badges, and even using a low-key alternate account to silently help my boyfriend Jace more stabilize his rank, just because I simply loved him and was willing to tolerate his trivial vanity. I never expected that my silent accommodation and low-key tenderness would become the sharpest weapon for him and his green tea female best friend to slander me, discredit me, and step on me to gain sympathy and traffic. The absolute core big villain of this full text is Lila Bennett, the female guest who took the lead in crying and accusing on the live stream. She is Jace's ambiguous female best friend, a second-tier internet celebrity who thrives on emotional traffic and White Lotus persona. She is hypocritical, jealous, vicious, and extremely inferior. She has long coveted Jace's affection, envied my real top-tier gaming strength, and hated my low-key, powerful, and unassuming aura. Unable to compete with me in real strength and sincere feelings, Lila chose the most despicable way, colluding with my vain boyfriend Jace, weaving a huge lie, discrediting me as a shameless, parasitic game freeloader, and using the popular live stream program to completely destroy my reputation, steal my gaming achievements, and create a perfect victim persona for herself and Jace to win public sympathy and huge traffic gains. At this moment, on the live broadcast screen, Lila was sitting on the guest sofa, her shoulders trembling violently, her eyes red and swollen from crying, her delicate makeup smudged with tears, looking extremely aggrieved and pitiful. Her every word was choked with sobs, perfectly performing the image of a wronged and innocent girl who had been deceived by a hypocritical man and implicated by a shameless third party. The host leaned forward with a sympathetic expression, handing her a tissue and cooperating with her emotional rhythm to stir up the live stream atmosphere. Miss Bennett, take your time. Everyone in the live room is listening, and no one will let you suffer this unjust grievance in vain. Lila raised her tearful eyes, her voice hoarse and trembling, every sentence filled with seemingly sincere anger and grievance, precisely guiding the 3 million online viewers to point all their malice and abuse at me, a stranger who had not yet appeared. My boyfriend Jace is a total parasite who relies on boost farming to climb ranks. He has no real gaming strength at all, but he is extremely vain and loves showing off more than anyone else. As soon as these words fell, the live stream bullet screen instantly exploded. Countless viewers sent scrolling comments, all filled with ridicule and contempt for rank boost freeloaders. Boost freeloader is the most disgusting. Playing games is all about strength. Relying on others to climb ranks is purely fake. Every single season, he begs others to carry him up to the challenger tier just to show off in front of his friends and pretend to be a top-tier god player. Lila cried more and more bitterly, her tone full of hatred and disappointment. I have endured his vanity for a long time, but I never thought he would be so hypocritical and shameless. She paused deliberately, wiping her tears with the back of her hand, and threw out the most crucial and malicious lie that completely framed me, pushing all the dirty water and stains on my head. In order to double row and game with other girls behind my back, he lied to me blatantly. He said all his high-ranked top-tier accounts were owned by his elder sister. He claimed that his elder sister was a professional boost coach with countless regional badges, and all his challenger rank was carried by his sister. The live stream room fell into a brief silence for a second, then burst into more intense, heated discussion. All the audience was instantly led astray by Lila's fabricated plot, and public opinion completely tilted to her side. Oh my God, this man is too scummy. Cheating on his girlfriend while pretending to be a high-rank god, using his sister as a shield. So his so-called god-level operation is all fake? All relying on his sister's boost? What a hypocrite. The sister is also miserable, working hard to boost her brother's rank, but being used by him to hook up with other girls. Lila bit her lower lip tightly, her eyes flashing with a hidden vicious light that was perfectly covered by tears and grievance. She raised her head abruptly, staring straight at the live camera, and threw out the deadly bait that was about to drag me into the abyss of public opinion abuse, setting up a perfect trap for my reputation collapse. If everyone doesn't believe what I said, you can test it right now. Find any game account with authentic regional rank badges to send him a friend request. He will definitely accept it immediately without any hesitation. He has always been like this. He craves the company of real high-rank players, wants to cling to top-tier strength, and uses high-rank double rows to satisfy his ridiculous vanity. He doesn't have any real ability at all. Her words were firm and decisive, as if every sentence was the absolute truth. The host immediately cooperated with the rhythm, clapping his hands to signal the technical team to prepare for real-time game linkage. Today, we will expose this hypocritical rank boost freeloader on the spot. Our program team has prepared a high-level regional badge account randomly. Now, we will send a friend request to Jace's game account live. Let's witness his true face together. The live stream bullet screen completely unified its stance. 3 million viewers were waiting for the scene of Jace's face-slapping exposure and the so-called elderly sister boost coach being ridiculed. No one knew that the so-called fake boost elder sister, the so-called parasitic tool person, the so-called unknown high-rank player that everyone was about to ridicule was me, Alara Voss. At the moment the host finished speaking, my game avatar, my exclusive ID Voss Echo, and my full-screen dazzling top-tier regional hall of fame badges suddenly popped up on the central live broadcast screen, occupying the most prominent position of the entire live stream interface. The moment my account appeared, the entire live stream room fell into a dead silence. All the scrolling bullet screens stopped instantly, and the 3 million viewers collectively held their breath, staring at the ultra-luxury full badge account on the screen in shock. No one could have imagined that the test account randomly selected by the program team would be a full-server top-tier god account with all regional badges, all seasonal challenger rankings, and professional coach certification marks. This account was famous in the entire Apex Realm national server, a legendary hidden god-level account that countless high-rank players tried their best to make friends with, but could never contact. I was sitting quietly in my home gaming room, wearing a black mechanical headset, my fingers casually resting on the mechanical keyboard. Through the live broadcast real-time picture synchronized on my secondary screen, I clearly saw Lila's aggrieved, crying face and Jace's hypocritical, innocent expression on the stage. My eyes were cold and calm, without the slightest anger or panic. I had long known about Jace's vanity and Lila's jealousy, but I never expected that they would be so vicious as to collude to fabricate lies, discredit my reputation, and use a public live stream to trample on my silent dedication. I slowly shifted my gaze, staring at the host's personal game profile displayed on the live screen. The so-called test account prepared by the program team was not random at all. The host's own account had several top-tier regional badges that were obtained through paid boosting, and he had always relied on mocking high-rank freeloaders to gain live stream traffic, making a living by stepping on others to set up his righteous persona. In the next second, under the gaze of 3 million people, I moved my finger and clicked the Accept Friend Request button cleanly and without hesitation. The friend request was confirmed successfully in an instant. The system prompt popped up on the live screen, and the linkage was completed in 1 second. Before the audience could recover from the shock of my god-level account, a game hall invitation popped up synchronously. I was directly pulled into the custom game hall created by the program team's test account. The next moment, a soft, sweet, and deliberately charming female voice penetrated my headset with a deliberate ambiguous tone, catering to all male gamers' preferences, echoing clearly in my ears. "Hey, handsome. Want to queue up for a duo match?" This voice was exactly the host's live voice after voice modification, specially adjusted to be sweet and greasy, trying to simulate the voice of a strange female gamer to test Jace's so-called indiscreet and clingy character. A cold, mocking smile curled up at the corner of my mouth. I lowered my voice slightly, adjusting my tone to a deep, magnetic, and smooth male voice timbre. Every word steady and cold, with a strong sense of oppressive deterrence, and replied unhurriedly, "I'd love to." Third-party objective commentary from an objective third-person perspective. The female lead Alara is a typical high IQ, hidden god-level cool heroine with low-key strength, precise layout, and decisive counterattack. Her early silence and low profile are not cowardice or accommodation, but rational lurking and strength accumulation. She clearly perceives the villain's hypocrisy and conspiracy in advance, keeps all evidence in mind, and waits for the opponent to jump to the most arrogant peak before launching an absolute IQ dimensionality reduction crush. The core villain Lila is a typical traffic-oriented White Lotus villain with extreme jealousy and vicious scheming. She uses public live stream traffic as a weapon, fabricates false facts, guides public opinion to cyberbully others, and sacrifices others' reputation and interests in exchange for her own sympathy and popularity. Her villainy lies in public opinion manipulation, intentional framing, and hypocritical moral kidnapping, which is completely different from emotional betrayal and identity substitution villains in previous stories. The opening core original cool point of villain frames heroine as a rank boost tool person. Live stream public opinion is completely reversed by heroine's god-level strength opens the high IQ face-slapping climax, laying a solid foundation for the 50% high-intensity public opinion reversal and IQ-crushing climax of the full text. The moment my deep magnetic response sounded through the live stream's synchronized voice transmission, the entire live broadcast room exploded completely. The 3 million online viewers were collectively stunned, and the bullet screen froze for 3 full seconds before sweeping the entire screen like a tsunami. Wait a minute, this voice is a man? But the account is a famous female god account in the national server. What's the situation? Didn't Lila say Jace would accept the female account's friend request? Why is the acceptor a male voice? Is the program team's test account wrong? Or is Lila's lie exposed on the spot? On the live stage, Lila's smiling, crying face froze instantly. All the grievance and innocence on her face faded rapidly, replaced by extreme shock, panic, and disbelief. Her whole body stiffened on the sofa, her crying stuck in her throat, and she stared blankly at the live screen, completely unable to understand why the predicted plot had completely deviated. Jace, who was connected to the live stream remotely and had been cooperating with Lila to pretend to be wronged and helpless, also fell into complete silence. His previously humble and aggrieved tone disappeared instantly, and his face turned pale and flustered. He knew better than anyone who the owner of the account Vosako was. This account was mine. IT was the top-tier god account that had carried him from the low bronze tier all the way to the high challenger tier for 4 consecutive seasons. It was the professional coach account that had helped him modify his operation habits, teach him team battle awareness, and polish his hero skills. It was the so-called elder sister boost account that he had fabricated to fool Lila and cover up his vanity and incompetence. The host also lost his previous calm and rhythmic control. He stared at the live screen in confusion, his voice trembling slightly, trying to maintain the program's rhythm and save the collapsing live stream atmosphere. Wait, there is a technical error in our linkage. The responder's voice does not match the account information. Our test account is a female high-rank player account. No technical error. I once again used my modified deep male voice to speak through the game voice channel, and my voice was clearly transmitted to the entire live stream studio and the ears of 3 million viewers, every word cold and powerful, with absolute IQ-crushing strength. The account is mine. The voice is also mine. I just simply switched my voice timbre. Is this the so-called high-rank account that can make Jace accept friend requests immediately? The live stream room fell into another dead silence. Everyone finally realized that there was no technical error at all. All the deviations were because Lila's so-called truthful accusation was a complete, ridiculous, and despicable lie from beginning to end. Third-party objective commentary. The first core live stream public opinion reversal climax erupts, officially entering the 50% high-intensity climax segment of the full text. The female lead uses a trivial voice-switching detail to complete the first round of IQ crushing, directly breaking the villain's preset lie logic. The exclusive cool point of 1-second voice reversal, breaking the villain's public opinion trap in front of millions of viewers, is innovative and non-repetitive, realizing the first round of comprehensive suppression of the villain's false persona. Lila panicked completely. She stood up abruptly from the sofa. Her tearful, delicate image completely collapsed, and she shouted sharply and hysterically at the camera. "This is impossible. You are lying. This account is Jace's sister's boost account. You are a fake. You are here to mess up the live stream and cover up his fault." Her hysteria completely exposed her inner guilt and panic, and no matter how hard she tried to shout and deny it, the 3 million viewers in the live stream had already seen through her hypocrisy. The bullet screen style completely reversed in an instant, and the public opinion that had been suppressing me completely turned to crush the villain. Oh my God, she's the one lying. Her whole story is made up. So Jace doesn't have a boost sister at all. All the high ranks are carried by this account's owner. The White Lotus guest is too vicious, making up stories to discredit others and guide millions of people to abuse strangers. Facing Lila's hysterical denial, I was still extremely calm. I did not argue or shout, but directly opened my game personal certification page and real name record page and shared the screen to the live broadcast room with one click. The full-screen real name certification, professional coach qualification certificate for consecutive seasons of national server top 10 rankings and dozens of regional full Hall of Fame badges were all displayed clearly in front of everyone without any omission. I am Alara Voss. My voice was cold and calm, no longer modified, restoring my original clear and powerful female voice, resounding through the entire live stream studio. I am the exclusive high-rank coach of Apex Realm, the holder of all regional server badges, and the only person who has boosted Jace Moore's rank for 4 consecutive seasons. I have no elder sister, who is a professional booster. I am the so-called elder sister in your mouth. Every word was like a sharp hammer, smashing all Lila's fabricated lies completely. Lila's legs went weak, and she collapsed back onto the sofa, her face as pale as paper, completely losing all her arrogant and aggressive aura. I continued to output the ironclad evidence unhurriedly, completing the comprehensive IQ crushing of the 2 villains in front of millions of people. Jace has no real high-rank strength. His highest personal rank in 4 years is only Platinum. All his Challenger tier achievements, all his high-rank game records, and all his splendid operation highlights are all my alternate account records and my live operation clips. He begged me to carry him in double rows every season, took my hard-earned high-rank results to show off in front of his friends, and satisfied his ridiculous vanity. In order to avoid your suspicion and perfunctory your questioning, he fabricated the false identity of an elder sister booster. You know all the truth clearly. You know he has no sister, you know all his ranks are boosted by me, and you know he is a complete vain freeloader. But you chose to distort the facts, fabricate accusations, and use the live stream platform to discredit me as a tool person who is used and abandoned. I paused, my eyes sharp and cold, staring straight at the trembling Lila on the screen. You are not a wrong victim. You are a vicious liar who manipulates public opinion, frames innocent people, and feeds on traffic and reputation. Third-party objective commentary. The ironclad evidence full exposure climax breaks out, continuing the high-intensity climax rhythm. The female lead uses real name certification, rank records, and professional qualifications to complete dimensionality reduction IQ crushing, completely stripping off the villain's White Lotus disguise. The cool point of absolute strength evidence crushes fabricated lies. Millions of live viewers witness public opinion reversal is layered and explosive, realizing a thorough reversal of the overall situation. The live stream bullet screen completely exploded into a full-scale reversal carnival. The previous abuse and ridicule all turned into extreme apology and anger towards Lila and Jace. I'm so shocked. The real God is the one who is silently wronged. This White Lotus guest is too scary, knowing the truth, but deliberately lying to lead the rhythm. Jace is the real parasite, relying on his girlfriend's strength to show off, and colluding with other girls to frame his girlfriend. Millions of people were fooled by her acting. This is the most serious public opinion framing in recent live stream history. The program host's face was extremely embarrassed. He had been taking the lead in guiding public opinion to sympathize with Lila and mock the so-called booster freeloader just now. Now he was completely slapped in the face, and his righteous host persona collapsed in an instant. He tried to save the situation awkwardly. It seems that there is a huge misunderstanding in this matter. There is no misunderstanding. I interrupted him coldly, directly throwing out more detailed chat records and time-stamped evidence, completely blocking all room for the villains to quibble. Lila has known my existence for a long time. She has repeatedly sent private messages to my game account to alienate me and Jace, slandering me for being cold and arrogant, and persuading me to take the initiative to break up with Jace. All the chat records have timestamps and system backup records. She is not ignorant of the truth. She is clearly jealous of my strength, jealous that Jace can rely on me to gain vanity and glory, so she deliberately fabricates lies, uses live stream traffic to discredit me, wants to ruin my reputation, and replace my position beside Jace. Every piece of evidence was conclusive and irrefutable. Lila had no way to refute it all. She sat on the sofa in a daze, tears streaming down her face not from grievance, but from extreme fear and regret. She finally realized that she had provoked a high IQ, hidden god who was far more powerful than her in all aspects. Jace's remote connection image was even more miserable. His face was gray and defeated, and he completely lost his previous gentle and innocent image. He kept shaking his head, trying to defend himself weakly. Elara, I was wrong. I didn't mean to frame you. I was just forced by Lila. I love you. Please forgive me. Third-party objective commentary. The villain's hidden jealousy and alienation conspiracy exposure climax erupts, continuing the 50% super high-intensity climax proportion. The female lead thoroughly uncovers the villain's inner jealousy and ulterior motive, completely subverting the full-text plot rhythm. The exclusive cool point of breaking through the surface lie, exposing the core jealousy conspiracy behind the framing is non-repetitive, realizing a comprehensive and in-depth crushing of the villain's personality and motive. I looked at Jace's humble begging appearance on the screen, without the slightest nostalgia or mercy in my heart, and coldly announced the final verdict. For 4 seasons, I lowered my profile, gave up my live stream traffic and reputation gains, silently helped you climb ranks, polished your skills, and satisfied all your vanity. I never asked for anything in return. But you are insatiably greedy and extremely hypocritical. You take my dedication for granted, use my strength to cater to others, and even collude with others to frame me and discredit my reputation on a public live stream. From today on, I will completely terminate all rank boost assistance and all emotional relationships with you. You can keep your fake high rank reputation and your vain ambiguous relationship. Without my caring, your so-called challenger rank will drop to platinum within 3 days. Your so-called God-level operation reputation will be completely shattered in the gaming circle. Jace's body trembled violently, and he panicked and shouted, "No, Alara, don't do this. I can't go back to the low rank. I can't lose my reputation. This is the consequence of your own choice." My tone was decisive and cold, without any room for negotiation. Vanity and betrayal are never worthy of tolerance and forgiveness. Then I turned my gaze to the completely collapsed Lila and continued my final face-slapping judgment. You want to use public opinion to bully others and gain traffic sympathy? Now you have completely become the target of public criticism. Your White Lotus internet celebrity persona is completely ruined, and your live stream career and traffic path are completely terminated. You thought you were manipulating public opinion and playing with others' reputations, but you didn't know that all your hypocrisy and schemes were under my watch. Your IQ and layout are not worth mentioning in front of real strength and rationality. Third-party objective commentary. The villain's begging for mercy and ruthless rejection climax erupts, completing the core IQ-crushing and face-slapping climax of the full text. The two core villains suffer simultaneous personality collapse and future ruin, realizing double full-dimensional retribution. The cool point of high IQ heroine dismisses villain's begging. Precise prediction of villain's miserable ending has strong catharsis and sense of superiority. After I finished speaking, I directly clicked to exit the game hall, disconnected all live stream linkage, and blocked all contact information of Jace and Lila with one click. I did not give the two villains any chance to quibble and repent, and completely drew a clear line with all the hypocrisy and betrayal. After my disconnection, the live stream room completely exploded. 3 million viewers collectively brushed apologies for me, and the topic hashtag Hidden Goddess Alara Public Opinion Reversal hashtag instantly rushed to the top of all social platform hot searches, occupying the #1 hot search position for 24 consecutive hours. The program team was forced to issue a public apology statement, admitting that they blindly believed the guests' one-sided words and improperly guided public opinion, and completely removed all Lila's program clips. The host lost his mainstream program hosting qualification due to improper rhythm guidance, and his career fell to the bottom. Lila's internet celebrity account was massively reported and banned overnight. All her previous romantic emotional works were boycotted by netizens. Her hypocritical White Lotus persona was completely nailed to the pillar.